All the three types of I's are being sung by you. Brahma Baba and Jagatamba, Mother, took the number ahead. The reason or the speciality of this was they did not have the false I-ness in them. They were totally ignorant of the I of body consciousness or disheartenment. They would never say, I am giving you my advice, I am right. Baba would always say, Baba says this, Baba says this, Baba is getting it done, I'm not doing anything, Baba would say. Baba would not say, I am intelligent. He would say, no, the children are more intelligent than me. Even Mama Jagatamba had a slogan. Do you remember Mama's slogan? The old ones know it. They must be remembering it. Jagatamba used to say, Mama used to say, very lovely words. Mama used to say, Hukumi hukum chala raha, means the one who's giving the orders is making me work. I'm not doing anything. The Father is making me do it. Karavanhar is the Father and He's getting it done, or He's making me do it. Therefore, the first thing you have to do is to finish the eye of ego or the eye of disheartenment in you. Say Baba, Baba and everything in a natural way. Let the word Baba, Baba come on your lips in a natural way.
Om Shanti. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. It's a pleasure to meet all of you and share with you my churnings and experience. So, dear sisters and brothers, all of us, all Brahma Kumars and Brahma Kumaris want to attain their stage of perfection, karmatit, angelic, avyakt stage, or we say Bap Saman stage. And we all know that the perfect stage is free from ego. Before ascending to angelic regions, the subtle regions, in the last Sakar Murli of 18th January 1969, Baba spoke these three expressions: be bodiless, voiceless, and egoless. In fact, this is the essence of spirituality. Brahma Baba began to make efforts in this direction the moment he came to know he is a soul. I can say that these three words became the credo of his life, and he attained perfection. About Mama's credo, we heard in Avyag Babdada's words. Mama used to say that I am simply an instrument and Karavanhar is one father. Hukmi hukm chalai raha. When I think of Dadiji, Dadiji had her own credo, and it was also of 3 words: Nimit, Nirman, and Nirmalvani. Means I am an instrument, a trustee. I maintain humility, and my speech is pure and holy. Here also we see about the stage of egolessness. If we think of Didi Manmohini, her credo was, it's time to go home. Means when the soul becomes upram, goes beyond everything that the soul is not to carry with the self. All the time, this awareness, the time to go home. And our Dadi Janki, you must all have noted that during last couple of years, in every class, every gathering, every meeting, Dadi was repeating these 3 phrases. Very simple to listen, but very deep. Who am I? Who is mine? And what am I supposed to do? So we can think about like this, about all the ancestors, these great souls. All these souls, they made very special effort, paid very special attention on the self to reach this stage of perfection, to become completely free from ego. Baba has used in his Murlis few words which are quite rhythmic in Hindi. Most of you must be knowing about them, but still I will translate. These words are as follows: Swaman and Samman. Swaman is self-respect and Samman is respect for others. And then the second pair of words is Abhiman and Apaman. Abhiman is ego, arrogance. And Apman is insulting others or feeling quickly hurt and insulted. The third pairs of words is Farman and Arman. Farman means order, and in our case, Srimad, Baba's advice, Baba's directions. And Arman means desires. So if we think of this stage, ego or egolessness, in the context of the whole cycle, the picture which arises in front of us is as follows. In the first half of the cycle, we were all in our stage of self-respect, self-dignity. And therefore, as a result of that, there was no question of expecting or demanding any respect from anyone. We were not dependent upon anyone or anything for making us feel happy or content. We were very naturally respecting each other. We were fully comfortable with the self, and also we felt comfortable with each other. We had no complaints at all. It was the world of happiness. But it was all the result of the stage of self-respect. But then, in the second half of the cycle, when we begin to forget our true self, our original self, and we begin to identify ourselves as body and also see others as body, then what happens is the word swa, this part swa from swaman, that is self from self-respect, begins to disappear from our consciousness. It disappears, swa disappears, and remains man. Man means respect. The soul needs respect. But when the soul stops respecting the self, then it begins to expect, or sometimes rather demand, this respect from others. And so therefore, Baba says that children, you need to become egoless. This ego, the loss of self-respect, is the seed of all the mistakes. The moment you forget the self, that means you have sown the seed of the mystery of mistakes. You will go on making mistake one after another. And none of us actually want to make mistakes. We want to become free from making mistakes. Therefore, now I would say that some yuktis, some methods which I use for reaching this stage of egolessness. The first is that we should never forget, never, why have I come to Baba? Why I decided to become a BK, a Brahmakumar, Brahmakumari. I have come to Baba to create my fortune. Only Baba is the bestower of fortune, nobody else. And this is the only time to create my fortune. Therefore, my every thought, my every word and action has to be in this direction. And the basis of this is self-respect. The second method, second advice which Baba has given to all of us is learn the lesson of Balak and Malik. Very often ego comes when my suggestion, my opinion is not accepted by others. And someone younger to me, junior to me, that one's opinion is accepted. Or the opinion of the one whom I don't like is accepted. The ego comes there. So Baba says, no children, yes, you have the right to give the suggestion, to give the opinion. But after that, become a child. So if I learn this lesson of Balak and Malik, child and master, I think I will be to great extent liberated from this big enemy called ego. The third, in this context, the same is, Baba has also taught us the lesson of first you. You first. But at some places, I have to be first. I have to be first when the question of transformation comes. You have to be first when the question of receiving honor, respect, name, fame, glory comes. This is what Brahma Baba did. And we have to become Bap Saman. So we need to understand where to use you first and where to use I first. The fourth suggestion is, Jagdish Bhai very often used to say these words, that, why should we expect appreciation and approval and the words of respect and praise and honor from anybody, even the Brahmin family? Just remember the words that Shiv Baba uses for you, for appreciating you, how Baba appreciates you, how Baba praises you, how Baba respects you. Children, you are the jewel of my eyes. You are the world benefactors. You are the lighthouse of the world. Can any human being use these words? Just feel the depth of these words which Baba uses for you and increase your self-respect. And finally, I would like to say that remember what Dadi Janki used to say. Remember Dadi's credo, make it your own credo, and often ask yourself, who am I? Who is mine? And what am I supposed to do, particularly at this time, the time to go home? Or you may create your own credo. The main thing is that I need to become free from ego. All the best. Om Shanti.